Hey, welcome to week 23, Schools Out, in our book, Queen of the Castle, 52 Weeks of Encouragement for the Uninspired, Domestically Challenged, and Just Plain Tired Homemaker. Can you believe we are almost halfway done with the year? That blows me away to think about that. Just a few more weeks, we will be officially halfway into the year. Is it halfway through, halfway over? Or what is it? I don't know. But I'm glad you're here. Today's topic is on schools out. And so your kids, I'm sure, are getting ready to be out of school if they aren't already. I can't imagine what you parents have been going through this year with COVID and how all that works. I think some of you, your kids have just finally gotten back into the classroom, and I can't imagine traversing that. And I just commend you all for somehow making it through. So I'm sure you have done a lot with your kids this year, making sandwiches. There came a point when I was like, look, kids, there are leftovers in the fridge. They're prepackaged from the night before, so they can grab their leftovers or they could make a sandwich. So there came a point when I stopped making their sandwiches and stuff. But you still, sign permission slips. So I still signed permission slips. I still helped with homework and all that kind of stuff. And there are so many things that you can do. She says in here, grocery reminder, quit buying the snack-sized chips or cookies you've been sliding into brown bags and start stocking up on fresh fruit, frozen treats, lemonade mix, and ice cream cones. Love that. I rarely bought the snack-sized chips. We were on a pretty strict food budget, still are, but when the kids were growing up, I would just buy the big bag and then I would pre-baggy them when money-wise it was better to do that. If I could get a great deal on those snack-sized chips, I would do that. Cookies, same thing. We just would bake them, and that was just a fun family thing, and then we would just pre-baggy them. I'm not sure that ice cream cones is a great thing to have around my house, but we did try to have, popsicles and things that were definitely more cool for the warmer times of the year. I'll even have one of those at night. She goes into some great things, into gift ideas for teachers, and I was one of those that wasn't great at gifts for teachers. To me, it was so easy to just buy a gift certificate and have my kids write a card or me write a thank you card, something of that to that effect. That was easy. That's what I could do. That's what I could handle. And it might just be a $5 coffee card. I would try to find out where they liked to pick up their coffee or tea when they were out and about. So there's lots of cool things that you can do. I'm not one of those with all those ideas, but there's stuff out there. Pinterest has some great ideas if you need something. But, along with another thing that I would look at is any of those fundraisers those kids would do during the year. I would think, like, my kids were Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and so with Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, and Boy Scouts, there was around January, they started selling, I think, pepperoni sticks and chocolate bars. And I would buy at least 2 of each for each person in my family. And then same thing with Girl Scout cookies. When they came out, same thing. I would buy 2 of each, whatever their favorite was for each person in my family. And then guess what? Valentine's Day, they got, a meat stick, a chocolate bar and a cookie, a Girl Scout cookie, and then at Easter, same thing, that would go in their basket. So it was just less stuff I had to worry about. I also would look for specifically, we have a ton of gift bags, but wrapping paper is something I rarely had. So anytime someone was raising money with wrapping paper, I would pre-buy those. But look in those things, and there might be something for a teacher. And maybe you find out that teacher likes, I don't know, Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies. Make sure that you buy an extra box of Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies. And you're not just helping with a fundraiser, but you're also then your purchasing is done, your gift is done, simple, easy peasy. So gift ideas for teachers is a great idea towards the end of the year. So start thinking about that if you haven't already. She's got a lot of great things of what you can do for outings and things of that nature. I'm going to tell you a few of the fun things that are things that I chose to do. And I would try to do this throughout the year, but it was not always feasible. But one of the things I like to do, this box is dusty. These go out in the garage. But what I would do is I would collect my kids' artwork. So this is artwork and Sunday school stuff for the year 2004-2005. And I don't remember where I bought these, but I bought a whole bunch of them. And you put them together. They come flat. And then I would just, so here we go. Oh, look, this is when he was a cubby in the Awana program. And he loved the Incredible Hulk. So there's some artwork from back when he was 4 or 5 years old. And oh goodness, what else do we have in here? We have a snowman made from a toilet paper tube. So, so some of these are pretty stuffed. As they got older, sometimes they would throw their papers away before I had a chance to get my hands on it. And I would get so mad. I'm like, oh, that's for me. Even if you don't care, it's for me. And here is my daughter. I pulled this one out because it was heavy, which means this is one that I put, and you'll see that the box is kind of wonky, but this was when she was in 6th grade. And this has her schoolwork in it. So what I would do is I would often have the kids choose some of the things that they would want to keep. I would try to keep something from the beginning of the year and then towards the end of the year. But if there was something that they were really, really proud of, I liked to keep that too. So this one is pretty full. She must, down at the bottom, there must be some sort of, what's it called? Like a report or something. So that kind of, I could alter the box slightly. But it's about the size of a notebook paper, a little bit bigger, and then, I don't even know, a few inches tall. This also is a great time of year to clean out the closet. And so what we would do is we would go through our t-shirts and pull out t-shirts that clothes that didn't fit anymore, or maybe we could put somewhere else, like if they didn't have a whole lot of storage space in their room. And I collected their favorite t-shirts over the years, and I'm going to be honest with you, some of them were my favorite t-shirts that I just couldn't see getting rid of. And just this last year, I put the quilt top together for all 3 of my children. They're all adults now. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I've been collecting these t-shirts long enough. And so what you do is you put on, you can cut them a certain size if you want, but because of the amount of t-shirts, that would have been like, I don't know, California king size or bigger. So I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work for me. So I kind of cut them down, and in some places I added extra material to make it work. And I started with a rose, and then I started adding on the side, and that's how I got what is up there. It was a challenge, but I was able to figure it out. And I loved it. I loved how it turned out. Sorry, my shirt is squeaky. But long story short, you can do lots of fun things. That is holding on to some pretty heavy bins. If you cut them as you go, it's kind of nice, because then you can get rid of that extra t-shirt material that you don't need. But anyway, I just want to encourage you as we delve into summer. Try to stay cool. Find ways to stay cool. Find fun activities for you and your kids that are easygoing, or maybe a little bit more adventurous. And I love the verse today, Psalm 127:3. Behold, children are a gift of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. So blessings to you, and I will see you next week.